Okay. Let's see. Just make sure that I can hear everything. Alrighty, that should fix that. The audio checker, and let's just see if this will work for an idea. Alrighty. Alright, welcome back to the realm of chaos. We have some stuff to do. Example, excerpt from a journal. I went to the winter when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told me the magisters liked the dragons as a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless, terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offensive maker. We all know these things. The magisters don't care. And it is the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in the hands not ready for it. And the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. Magisters are what the mages of Rodin and our ladies want to be. Our rulers holding us in terror so that we wonder if they will bite as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I've killed many since the rebellion. We all saw it coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I will go. I will smile. But if the dragon statue looks ready to bite, I will strike first. I'm not a child, and I will not be afraid. It's very cute. Now let me check. So I'm going to quickly save. Because of the fact that I'm not sure if I go here. What's going to happen?
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. The Kunari will make a lovely host for one of my minions. Or maybe I will ride his body myself.
Props to Iron Bull. He really just heard, I'm gonna steal your body and ride it around like my own personal tool. And he's like, bring it. I don't care. Bring it, bitch. Like, he's terrified, but he's like willing to stand up and be like, I'm not gonna be afraid.
Are you afraid, Cole? I can help you forget. Just like you help other people. We're so very much alike, you and I.
No.
Didn't even say anything else. He just said no. Because he's right. Cole, you are right. You are nothing like this monster. The similarities end where they begin, in the fact that you, like him, are from the Fade, and that you, like him, make people forget,
Dorian.
and that is
It is
it.
Dorian, isn't it? For a moment I mistook you for your father.
Rather uncalled for.
Okay, that one is funny. Just what the fuck? The Blight Mages, the Harrowing. I fear none of these things. Templars, huh? None of them are fears.
Small fears. Too small to shape the Fade themselves. Clinging to the nightmare. Feeding on the bits it leaves behind.
And of course, they look like giant spiders.
You saw spiders? Spiders would have been a massive improvement from what I saw.
They want your fear, so they look how you feel.
Well, now I feel better.
I see. An elegant script. You're too young to worry, so my child. Write your worries down here. All your fears are smaller ones, so you have defined them. Listen in a child's shaking hand. What if Darkspawn come back? Father said one day he'll die. Darkspawn are underground. Darkspawn under our home. Darkspawn coming up from basement. The sun will die. Black bits on bread could be blight. Getting sick and dying from blight. Grey Warden's coming to make Father go back. Father dying, fighting Darkspawn. Dark patches on Father's arm that he hides from Mother. Father says he hears music. I really now do want to just play through this with like every other character in my free time.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger. We cannot tarry long.
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories. Lost to the nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
I'd like to know more about the nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember, the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments. They forget, and it feeds. Corypheus has helped it grow monstrous.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears? It almost sounds like the nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was, once. But now, it helps none but Corypheus. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any
I see.
case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear and pain and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
You already know how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks a door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now,
I see.
and cannot be removed without your death.
So all
Well,
of this
a
is
lot of things have tried.
part of the Fade.
It is not just a dream. The minds of mankind are made real here. Their hopes, their loves, and their fears. What changes their world also changes this one. And yours are footsteps that move mountains in both. Tread carefully.
Iron Bull looks terrifying, by the way.
This ground is more treacherous than you know.
So can you tell me what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of Fade remnant of her, or a spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that simple. What if the answer is none of those things? Or all of them? I am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
No. I'm right where I should be, which is wherever I so choose to be.
I was meant to become the Inquisitor.
But what is the Inquisitor? And how will she change the world? You believe in your purpose.
She's a lesbian
and that
who's
is
going to
good.
change the world
That
to
is
be
your
more
power.
fun.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
Corypheus and the Nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
We should keep
Let me
moving.
see. I hate the written note. A note left by a burning candle. Lunette. The breach is sealed. The war between Templars and Mages is finally over. And all our fears and terrors is finally ending as orders return to the world. I wish you could see the people celebrating at Haven. It is everything you would have wanted when you left the Conclave. I'll make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we do with the fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Sadis. I'll make you proud. Your flame will burn forever and become as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking, and the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I'll sing your memory again soon. Love it, Ellen. Charging. One moment. Fear of a dreamer, the Grey Warden. I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated to joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind. I sat by the last campfire I would see, allowing myself one last night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dreaded hand of fate. Destroy my destiny and let this be my decision.
Go!
Keep running!
Oh no! A letter at a door. Letter in child simple writing. The door is open. Mother said to run. She said Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day. To see through the smoke, Mother should be here by now. But the door is open. I'm going to look inside. Oh, poor child. Poor foolish child, you died. Into me, visions. Oh God.
This is the breach back in Haven. That's how I escaped.
The demons! Keep running! Ah!
Go!
I mean, your old me would never have survived. This vessel was weak when I found it. It's brimming with potential.
They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
Yes.
So this creature is simply a spirit.
You don't say.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
What kind of spirit are you? I mean, you're
The
our
only thing
ally no
that's
matter what.
important right now is getting out of the Fade. Whatever you are, you've helped us so far.
What we do know is that the mortal divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
As I said, the Grey Wardens responsible for that crime were under the control of Corypheus. We can discuss this further once we return to Adamant.
Assuming that the Wardens and their demon army didn't destroy the Inquisition while we were gone.
How dare you judge us? You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. But you'd ignore that, because you can't imagine a world without the Wardens, even if that's what we need.
The blood sings softly, it never stops, and then it's all they hear. We can't let them hurt more people.
Don't know that we can pass judgment on the only folks who know how to stop blights.
They might still be useful. What if Corypheus conjures another blight? You never know.
How about you both do me the biggest favor and shut the fuck up? But you know what the fact of the matter is, Hawk? As bad as the Grey Wardens are, everyone has bad parts. Every group. Neither you, Stroud, nor you, Mr. McGee, are grand innocents. You've both done some screwed up stuff. One of you is the reason why Corypheus is alive, is actively out and about currently. The other is defending a group that clearly crumbled.
Stroud isn't defending blood magic or demons. You know the cost of a blight as well as any of us, Hawk. The Grey Wardens are the only force that can stop that.
Inquisitor.
The nightmare has found us.
Form up. I'm with you.
Darkspawn, demons, abominations, darkspawn, corpses, poison, possession. Blood magic.
Goodbye! I suppose we should follow the Divine. Whatever she is our way out of here.
Blah.
Warden Stroud, how must it feel to devote your whole life to the Wardens, only to watch them fall? Or worse, to know that you were responsible for their destruction? When the next blight comes, will they curse your name?
The Maker's blessing will end this wretched beast.
Yeah, strength. Just what I need. Hello. I got more willpower.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound.
Yeah, and I like to
all
tell it to
to
square
me.
up.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
Sickness. Unity.
I'm too pretty to die!
And you won't die.
They still remember when they were higher, before it woke up and everything fell.
Laws of nature. Laws of nature in the Fade. It's simple to say that the laws of nature do not apply in the Fade, but while traveling in the Fade is often confusing for mages, it is rarely so chaotic as to defy description. In fact, while the placement of items may seem random, those items usually operate as we would expect them to in the real world. A book opens to show pages. Although the pages may be blank or lined with gibberish, a pen and inkwell let a user write. Though the pen may write on its own, and the inkwell never runs dry. Those items that float usually hover at the relative height where they would have sat had the object meant to support them existed. Candles suspended in air as though held up by phantom candlesticks. For example, why are the laws of the maker bent but not fully broken? Why did the book not turn into a dragon or a statue explode into countless shards of energy? The answer, I believe, lies in the fact that the items we see in the Fade were most often made by the hands of men. A statue is a created thing. The mortal hand that shaped it gave it purpose, and it knows what it is meant to do. The objects that strain against the law of nature, ironically, those that are more natural themselves. Great stones, for example, hang in the sky. No hand has ever touched them. No mortal in mind shaped them to purpose. I suspect, though we may never know, that if the dwarves dreamt and shaped the Fade with their own perceptions, the rock would not float. That's an interesting question of like, if this group that cannot dream could dream, would they affect things such as that? Ha!
What's with the water? Trying to prey on my deep fear of having wet calves?
No, not wet calves. Fear the dreamer, the scholar. When the Darkspawn were new, when the masters had just brought them to our world with their sin, I was among the first to call myself a grave warden. I swear to end the blight that threatened our world. We had seen the archdemons die from mortal blows, only to rise again from the body of one of its servants. I could not die. I searched in vain for some way to kill the beast, save my world. I slept in fear with no solution, knowing only that the blight the masters had brought would destroy everything because I could not save it. Show me what must be done to slay the archdemon. Show me what I need to save my world. Wait, what? Wait a second. You will die because of the fact that I need to read these.
Goodbye!
Dorian, temptation. Sarah, the nothing. Solus, dying alone. Cole, despair. Blackwall himself. Varric became his parents. Armble, madness. Vivian, irrelevance. Xandra, helplessness. Good job, team. More strength. I love the Fade thing, 'cause the fact you get to find so much about your teammates. I was thinking about like pulling up a little like, video.
That's a big one.
A moment. A stuffed animal. Well, like pulling up a video on their reacting stuff and just like holding it up to a mic that way y'all could hear it as well. That way we don't have to play through this 15 times. Fear of the dreamer, the child. Even it's burning. Mama cries when I'm not looking. It's cold in the mountains, and my feet hurt. Mama says to hush. The others have it worse. She says that a monster named Corypheus came to Haven, and it was only the Maker's blessing that let us escape. I don't feel blessed. The monsters come every night when I sleep. I don't want to wake Mama crying again. Mr. Snort. Your snort always kept the monsters away in my dreams. Well, I have a gift for you, child. Your snort. Memories etched in stone and blood. I made the expected offerings this morning, but the gods remain silent. The priests are frightened. All of winter is frightened. Our gods have led us, our people, for centuries. Now they've gone still. And are we alone here in this world? No better than savages to the south who beg for guidance from spirits? And what are the strange creatures who come from underground? Like our friends, the dwarves. These spawn of the darkness and the plague they carry. Why do our gods not protect us from this? Now the ground shakes. The statue cuts my hand as I fall against it. A great roar sounds. It is massive, shaking the temple market. And I see the silhouette cut the sky. The dragon. No, it's Dumat. I have made the offering so many times. His form is as familiar as my own hand. He has returned in glory to destroy these dark swines that are in us. To lead to venture back to an age of glory and wonder. But no, his skills are sickly and molted, his form twisted and corrupt. Like the dark swan themselves, he opens his great maw and fire blows forth, igniting the market. Flame rushes towards me. What did we do wrong? Memories. Someone caught in the blood on the ancient adventure statue. Like these statues are ancient adventure statues. They look like feet. I don't know. I don't know what those are, but they look dumb as well. Ironically, spiders. That is very funny. One of these is, ironically, it's just spiders. Fear of spiders. Arachnophobia. Moment. Iron Bull. Coal. Okay, me. We can heal up in a moment. The Maker is a fear. Let's see what else is there. Greater Shade. Despair Demon. Brace. Oh, Pride Demon. Need to get that Wisp Essence. Get back here. Maul it.
You must get through the rift, Inquisitor. Get through, and then slam it closed with all your strength. That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fade.
Okay, one moment. Essence of Perfection. I get a feeling I ain't gonna find Essence of Perfection anytime soon.
The rift! We're almost there.
Don't say it like that. That guarantees another demon is gonna show up.
I could fight it. Could fight both of them. Come here, bitch. Let's square up. I've been embedded in the floor, I see. I fear not you.
Good. Please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I fell for you too.
Apostates. I see apostates, apostates. Blood. Aspect of nightmare.
You will die in agony.
And you'll die to a fade rift within the fade. Dorian, no! Don't worry, Dorian.
You are nothing.
Future. And so are you. Fire, blood. Fire and blood. Oh wait, there's a third one. Fire. Drowning. Oh. So you're actually trying. And more apostates and the calling. The calling is the reasonable fear. It's quite literally you being told you're dead, man. You're going to die. There's no more escaping this. Don't fall to me. You think I fear? I already told you! This Inquisitor fears not! there is fear within me, it was long ago found lacking.
You cannot stand against me.
You will fall. This creature will fall. You'll all fall.
Hurry!
You all get electrocuted. A mine or two. I got some more shocking experiences.
I'm getting slaughtered over here!
Oh, and I gotta go get Dorian again. One who will hasten this endless ass whooping.
I grow fat on your fear.
Yeah, well, you're about to get real skinny. I don't fear you growing fat on my fear. Because when you grow fat, you'll become a lot easier to hit. I fought dragons before, my friend. Okay, I can fight it, don't worry.
Go! I'll cover you.
No, you were right. The Grey Wardens caused this. A warden must...
A warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
Stroud.
Stroud.
Inquisitor, it has been an honor.
I'm sorry, Stroud, but I gotta sacrifice
For
you.
the warden!
It's probably more badass way than pretty much any other. Like this is. I think this beat fired in one of the archdemons. You squared up to like an Uber entity, and you're like, "All right, square up." I wanted to square up, but I was told no, so. Also, Hawk, you are. If you want Corypheus, you gotta fight with me. I've returned. Machine.
She was right. Without the nightmare to control them, the mages are free. And Corypheus loses his demon army. Though as far as they're all concerned, the Inquisitor broke the spell with the blessing of the Maker.
I'll tell them the truth.
Once they understand what really happened...
They'll be terrified. I, for one, am tired of giving fear demons anything to feed on. Let them have their story.
Inquisitor, the
Alrighty.
archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons. We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake. Where is Stroud?
You died a hero.
Warden Stroud died, striking a blow against a servant of the Blight. We will honor his sacrifice, and remember how he exemplified the ideals of
I want to
Grey
call you guys
Wardens.
idiots, but you guys
Even
really
as
were
Corypheus
played
and
like
his
fiddles.
servants tried to destroy you all from within.
Inquisitor, we have no one left of any significant rank. What do we do now?
No, idiot, we can't banish you.
Stay and do whatever you can to help. Stroud died for the ideals of the Wardens. In war, victory. And we are still at war. Do you believe the Wardens can still help?
I do, your worship.
You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori. But there are plenty of demons that need killing.
But they hurt people.
While they do that, I'll inform the Wardens at Weishaupt what's happened. Best they not get caught off guard.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
I understand they hurt people, Cole, but They
Good luck
need.
with your
We
Inquisition.
need them.
Try not to start an exalted march on anything. And take care of Varric for me.
Ah. Got the video.
Hawk sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. Hugh dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
The Grey Wardens carry respect in other nations. If we spread word that the Inquisition has their support...
We may gain standing with nations that have suffered under the Blight. I will take the matter to Josephine. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some
Yeah,
kind of
this
attack on the Imperial Court.
this mission in particular, I will need to grab a guide.
Grand Duke Gaspar. If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
I'll go as soon as I am able.
Good. Cullen, Josephine, and I will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene even, and she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, I'm sorry. I failed you too.
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
Hey, we got bonus damage against demons. Nice.
Fancy meeting you here. Here I thought...
I cannot believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Don't forget demons.
And calling the army of demons, that's my favorite part.
The demons are nothing. They're a tool.
A tool that would have let Corypheus ride roughshod over most of Orlais.
Even if they hadn't, the entire idea is wrong. The Blight is not something one smugly outsmarts. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
No, I get it, dude. I just want to hear a different response, so...
Are you afraid, Cole? I can help you forget, just like you help other people. We're so very much alike, you and I. Once again, Hawk is in danger because of you, Varric. You found the red lyrium. You brought Hawk here.
Just keep talking, Smiley.
The Kunari will make a lovely host for one of my minions. Or maybe I will ride his body myself. I'd like to see you try. Greetings, Dorian. It is Dorian, isn't it? For a moment I mistook you for your father.
Just looking at, as I said, I'm just one of these things that I'm blown away because the fact it's so cool. Just how it taunts. And each one of them responding to being taunted. Sarah really didn't like it. Solus next. Really decided to start speaking ancient at him. The fact that Sarah really did like have a mini panic attack, like don't shut up.
I cannot believe the Grey Wardens could even conceive of such a plan. To seek out these old gods deliberately in some bizarre attempt to preempt the Blight.
Grey Wardens have always been dangerous. They care for nothing beyond stopping the Darkspawn.
Like a fair maiden chasing a butterfly off a cliff. Except that if you hadn't stopped them, we'd all have fallen. Those fools and duty. Responsibility is not expertise. Action is not inherently superior to inaction. Forgive me. The entire idea is unnerving.
Yeah, I'll agree there. The dumb plan in general.
Now this is a hall worthy of the Inquisition.
Finally. Varric.
I knew Stroud, you know, not well. He saved Hawk's little sister from the Blight. Not many people knew who he was, but the man was a hero when it mattered. He wasn't the first good man to fall to Corypheus. He won't be the last. This story's no good for heroes.
The heroes might make it.
Some of us heroes will make it. We're just too amazing to die.
Huh. If we're both still standing at the end of all this, I'll buy the drinks. Oh, Hawk asked me to tell everyone back in Kirkwall where he's going. I'll have to let Merrill know. I'd better write some letters. Excuse me.
I'm getting chills. I love this. I really do hope that Vanguard lives up to everything. Because the fact that I'm getting chills already. Like, it will be so easy for them to just screw this up. But I really want to believe they won't. Oh man, that is actually really cool. Like, I want to believe that they are not going to screw this one up. That they are going to make something, because I've heard that it's going to be the last in the series.
You got your wish, sort of.
Right. Grey Wardens.
Not so sure you want them now.
Let's just say I'm glad they're moving on.
Like, I've heard that it's going to be the last of the Dragon Age games, and if that is the case, I want it to be the one, like a fantastic note to end on.
I see.
Let's listen.
Have come to destroy this peace we have had for so long. Ally or foe, maker only knows. Ally or foe, the maker only knows. The stronghold lives on, the armies reborn, compelled to forge on. What will we become? Can you be forgiven when the cold grave has come? Or will you have won, or will the battle rage on? Oh, Grey Warden, what have you done? The oath you have taken is old but broken. All is undone, ash in the sun, cast into darkness the light we had won. Ally or foe, maker only knows. Ally or foe, the maker only knows. The stronghold lives on and the armies reborn, compelled to forge on. What will we become? Can you be forgiven when the cold grave has come? Or will you have won, or will battle rage on?
That was a great song.
Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
I'll break him in half, but already.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. Been a while since I needed it, but that nightmare demon was big.
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick?
Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Qunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, all right? I need to get over this demon crap.
I'd love to. I'd like to talk with you, but hey, I'll hit you.
There we go. Oh yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
That nightmare wanted to tear you in half.
Not a chance. Piece of fade, piece of crap. And who killed you? That's right. Iron fucking Bull. I needed that. Thanks, boss.
You like it rough, huh, buddy? I want to hear what he responds to
Didn't know
that.
you liked it that rough.
Only from you, boss. Only from you.
I am a. The one? I was trying to respond to that. I'm also upset that Dorian is one of the only people who doesn't have a response to this.
I
think
was
that's-
hoping we could speak privately.
Are we not?
Right. Of course we are. The flirting. With me. I've noticed it. Unless it is my imagination, which is entirely possible.
I'm sorry, what? Have I some? I don't think I've been choosing the romance options around Cassandra. I'm not sure what to say here. We're going for Sarah, so I have to end it.
Flirting?
The remarks when you look at me and...
I honestly meant nothing by it.
When you look at me and I completely misread the situation. Carry on, Inquisitor.
She's very cute though, but I am purely focused on the Sarah romance. It is funny though. I always would choose Cassandra normally. Also, I thought that Cassandra only was into men. Like, what? My dear Ewan. It's a weird name. You have been the light of my life, the song of my heart for over a year, but the world has changed both of us with it. How does one live through the reading of the sky and still remain the same? I have seen oblivion through the rift, and I fear our lives are about to end. You told me the distance between us would be hard to bear, and I said I would never seek the arms of any other but yours. I was wrong. I've met someone in Val Royale. She is dark where you are fair. She fills her life with pottery, not battle. Poetry, not battle. And her voice, her tongue, trips so sweetly on the trills and flourishes of your Elysian language. She gives me hope that we will survive this. I'm sorry. I'll never forget you. Ah, cheating. Heartbreakers.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him.
I serve, as has always been my calling. Inquisitor, the soldiers say you banished the demons at Adamant and freed the Grey Warden mages. I understand from
Yes.
Sister Liliana that the truth is somewhat more complex, but no less extraordinary. She said that you spoke with a
Yes.
figure in the Fade that seemed to be the soul of divine Justinia. I suspect you of
Yes.
the faithful would like to know what Justinia told you. She helped me remember what happened at the Conclave. The Maker didn't give me the mark on my hand. I was struck in battle, and Andraste didn't send me. The figure everyone saw was divine Justinia. So it is as you have always maintained. You must feel quite vindicated.
Doesn't matter really. And
I may not have believed. Part of me always hoped it was true. That I was the Herald of Andraste.
Who is to say that you are not? Forget the mark. Forget the figure standing over you as you fell from the Fade. The people needed a sign that in this harsh and unforgiving world, there existed some reason to hope. And they found that in you.
That isn't how it works. The evidence for me having some divine mission was proven false.
This is the trouble with metaphors and the educated. A farmer cannot understand the truth of the Maker, so he learns that the Maker is a man, but greater. A mage learns the same thing, knows it to be simplistic, and feels clever for realizing it is not literally true. But a metaphor is not a lie. It is a tool to help people understand something beyond them, and we need such a tool.
The bullets are right.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
A life of service to the Chantry means learning to share the wisdom of the Maker with all his children. A farmer, a noble, a warrior, and a mage will all see different aspects of the Maker in their lives. They must each hear the story that will reach them, and each of those stories is valid. Now, is there anything I can help you with?
Farewell.
Be well.
I just want to quickly see what happens if I say that it was a lot. I cannot say. I'm all mysterious. So saving loading technique despawns from existence. Yeah. Okay, well, there we are. The archway is finally fixed.
You heard what they did out there? Adamant. They did? True enough. I don't see why it concerns you. We still got one of them here. What if his mind goes too?
Heard what went on in that Fade thing? What you think went on? Can't even start to believe that business.
Difficult time for everyone.
I think a lot of people are having trouble with what went on there.
People going on about visions and piss when real people are gone. Dead, probably. Stroud, yeah? Lost a serious moustache there. And in trade,
yeah,
a busted down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or... I don't know. Maybe they didn't.
The hero of Ferelden? You forget the hero of Ferelden.
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole. I remember more people cringing about magic than blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the adamant ones. Need more like him.
The hero Ferelden, I remember because of the fact that I was him once, and he didn't die. He very much managed to survive that day.
You have a problem. That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Corypheus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Just you and me messing around in people's stuff. You know, to start.
You have
Them
an
at their
odd
best.
idea of preparation. I need to keep them at their best.
What's best then, Mopey? Constantly ready for death to fall from the gaping hole up there. I know people. Pissed off and fired up is better than dreary bleary. Come on.
That was you, sounds fun.
You know, I would like that.
Oh, you're so twee. Let's go.
Yay! I'm twee.
Right, General. Uptight is gone. Have a search about. Right, General Uptight is gone. Have a search about. Find something to mess with and give your soldiers a laugh. What, the desk? Oh, yes. Center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip of something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do something like cause his hair to be dyed color or something. The classic whoopee cushion prank, maybe.
Right. Little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. Right.
What did you say?
Little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes.
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket.
Yes.
Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next up.
Everyone does get a laugh and everyone has a fun time, yes. It's one of the classics for a reason.
Right, something to get our shadow of birds loosened up. Gotta be something. Have a search. What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe... feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't pop. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Go! That was fun.
Jalen, it's the fuzz!
Inquisitor of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
You don't make a lot of sense. I like that about you.
I think you're off the mark. By a lot.
Oh, probably. But it works on me and everyone I know, so I'm right. Same reason everyone else...
Yeah, probably.
It's all bull. So pick the advice you like, I guess. It was fun chasing you, Inquisitor. Nice for you. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
You rat!
In the reign of the lion.
How dare you! You ratted me out! How can you do this to me, Sarah?
Empress of fire, what season may come, we fight for the day you'll restore our heart and bring us to glory. We are forever.
Can't wait, what's on?
I was thinking you and I should get to know each other.
Look, you're nice.
Damn it.
No. But you like demons. I enjoy the company of spirits, yes, which is part of why I do not abuse them with bindings. It isn't abuse if I ask. Not always true. Also, I do not practice blood magic, which renders this entire conversation academic.
He won't bind me. He's a mage and he likes demons, but he won't help.
What's wrong?
Why would you want Solus to bind you?
So I'm safe.
You'll
If Solus
always
won't do
be
the
safe,
ritual
Cole.
to bind me, someone else could. Will. Like the Warden mages. And then I'm not me anymore.
Then I...
Walls around what I want. Blocking, bleeding, making me a monster.
A mage using blood magic could conceivably do that to any one of us, human or demon.
You should ask Solus to bind you too. And then someone can bind him.
We'll find a way to keep you safe without binding you, Cole.
I have a suggestion, if Cole is ready to listen. I recall stories of amulets used by Raveni seers to protect spirits they summoned from rival mages. A spirit, wearing an amulet of the Unbound, was immune to blood magic and binding. It should protect Cole as well. The resources of the Inquisition could be used to find such a talisman.
Good. They will not take me.
Well, let them take you, Cole.
Worship. We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royal. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me?
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
It's not Andraste who saved me.
Few people outside Skyhold know it was Divine Justinia who delivered you from the Fade. You could attempt to tell Val Royal citizens the truth, though it may not be as inspiring as they hope.
Okay, I'll lie to them. I don't mind a lie.
Tell the petitioners Andraste said her herald's word is as her own.
That will certainly make the Chantry take notice, but we shall spread the word. Yes?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us. Good.
Suddenly a very busy board. Eye of the Maker. My investigation into the Eye of the Maker provided my first assumption true. It is not a true organization at all, but the product of a single zealous nobleman trying, and thus failing, to recruit opponents to the Inquisition by making his group sound previously established. A single strike into the mains of one Lord Benot Gallienix has ensured this goes no further. My agents recovered some goods which Lord Benot was undoubtedly planning to use as bribes. It was a pleasure meeting with your representatives. We are happy to lend the Inquisition our support. What? Inventory hands. Door and slaves inventory hands. Report for one Collins forward scouts. Sighting in the north of Red Templars with armor and weapons adorned with dwarven ruins. There are no known entrances to the deep road in that area, and no missives from Orthamar about missing traders, but they keep next to non-existent records. They keep next to non-existent record of surface dwarfs. Venatori may be making use of dwarven slaves, possibly from Tevinter. None of their usual preferences, but also not the first unusual thing they've done. Recommended further investigation in force. Crush it. Use things or be secrety. I don't want them to die. Is my problem. I mean, we should play it safe, right? We don't want them dead. You don't want them to be killed off.
Inquisitor.
So, we're gonna play it safe. College of Magi. A situation is unfolding in the barren city of Cumberland. Location of the College of Magi, which is, until the outbreak of the Mage Rebellion, was the philosophical heart of the Circle of Magi. Now mostly abandoned, it has become home to a number of Mage refugees. This has drawn the ire of local citizens, and mobs are threatening to assault the college and burn it to the ground, with Duke Sandro and X doing nothing to stop them. Inquisition agents suspect that Venatori agents are behind the mob, looking to recover artifacts from the college once its magical defenses are breached. Many nobility of the Orlegian capital have settled their secondary differences and are rallying behind two families. The Soris are old money, well respected but viewed as traditional and stubborn. Thibius Rose was a popular merchant consortium and are considered new money and progressive. While the intent of both families was to rival us politically, if we declare one of them, we may manipulate events in our favor. Lord Prince de Dishon has not asked for our allegiance, but may respect our rising might. Lady Vassale speaks for her investors and is interested in forward-thinking alliances. This is the great game, so Josephine would probably know what to do. But Colin is not wrong in the fact that we are not found lacking. So we could get it done. Let's go with Josephine. Has been besieged by Darkspawn. I cannot fathom where the loathsome beast came from, but I begged him for since my own humble forces have already been dispatched to help in your own noble efforts, leaving my people ill-equipped against this savage host. Word of your redemption of the Grey Warden has already spread far. Please, if you can spare them, Valmor lives or dies by your word. I'm gonna save before I send them there. Harden Hightown. Copies of Harden Hightown 3. The repuncheoning sit side by side and the tab along with a note. Nightingale found several similarities to events in Varric's book, but all are slightly off. Dead magistrate is not in his home. Man found murdered in locked room was a comte, not magistrate. Executors did not send warning note directly to Donan. Obviously, object of plot is sort of Assyrian, not a penny dreadful author. Close look at the ripped off book shows number of grammatical and spelling errors that seemed random at first, but ciphers believe might contain coded information. Killer and author are clearly linked. Either the murder investigation or the code might lead us to the target. Letter has arrived, stamped with the seal of Redcliffe. As the Inquisition has assumed responsibility for the Mage Rebellion, the Arling of Redcliffe holds you accountable for losses suffered by our people while providing hospitality to your mage allies. A freehold in Rainspear was burned to the ground when a mage inside lost control of his ability. Two farms outside Redcliffe Village suffered crop loss and structural damage due to frost spells. 5 people in Redcliffe Village were injured by lightning spells cast by a panicked child. I trust the matter can be concluded without the involvement of the Crown. Arl Tegan Gunnar. Yeah, we'll do the repairs ourselves.
Inquisitor.
You want repairs? You got repairs.
Sorry, I really need to write some letters. Another time, all right?
Your worship.
Your worship.
Your worship.
The mighty mage hunter.
Good fortune, Inquisitor.
Hello? That's just an old book. Blackwall? Ah.
Someone I knew once described adamant to me. Adamant is, and always will be, the Order, he said. A guardian on the edge of the abyss. The lone soul that stares into oblivion and doesn't waver. That's what Warden Commander Clarel tried to be. Well, they all tried to be. I'm told her wardens never wavered. They went to their deaths willingly. They died for us. And Corypheus twisted their sacrifice to make it his own.
And
That's why
that's
I
why
fight
he
him.
has to die.
You'll get no argument from me. There's no one to blame but Corypheus. Even Clarel's intentions were righteous. Her desire to protect was so great it led her astray. It's not right. To want to do good, to be good, and have that turned against you.
Don't think of what went wrong. Think of their intentions, their sacrifice. Honor their selflessness.
Clarel made mistakes, but she was a great woman. And she died a great woman. It's not the armor or the trappings of the Order. It's not the joining. At the heart of it, all a warden is a promise. To protect others, even at the cost of your own life.
I see. A black wall?
Yes?
Anything else to say?
Nothing right now.
Nothing? Alrighty. Cassandra. Cassandra hasn't had her cutscene as a result of what we just experienced.
Were you there? Did you see what they did?
Writing does not come naturally to me, as I'm certain you can imagine.
Yeah.
Trying to outdo Varric's next literary masterpiece?
I haven't his talent for blather. As if written by a dim-witted child. Historians will one day ask what happened at Adamant Fortress, in the Fade. I wasn't there, but others were. Their accounts must be recorded.
That's a smart idea.
Cassandra.
I certainly thought so, until I started writing. I still don't know what to say about the spirit of the divine. The Chantry teaches us that the souls of the dead pass through the Fade, so it could have been her. Yet even so...
Do you really think it could have been her? A ghost?
A ghost. A remnant of her hopes and memories. Her lingering will to do good. Those things are all possible. Nobody knows for certain what happens after we die. A spirit could have assumed her form, but why? It helped you, as Justinia herself would have.
Perhaps it doesn't matter what she really was then.
It matters to me, to what I must write. I wish I'd seen her, seen it. I feel so inadequate trying to interpret.
I believe it was the Divine. She helped us one last time.
I hope that's true. I want to believe it. When they told me you were physically in the Fade, I was terrified for you. The last time such a thing happened, we created Darkspawn. We created Corypheus. The world needs to know the
being of
truth
chaos.
this time.
Edify
No
everything.
more legends lost to the ages.
We're getting close to a good deal. Alright, Sarah. Varric, are you okay? Okay, I'm gonna quickly do a bit of shopping and then end the stream for today.
We have tracked her, and now the groom has run off as well. Something about cousins in the western approach.
It is a time of war.
All the more reason to improve court standing. Freeholders should know this.
As you say.
Just get it done. Sire, you should know those men approached me again.
Again? The last time they came to the manor, I told them to leave you be.
They came to me in the market. They claim I misdirected them, but I swear I didn't.
No need to worry.
What is this
I'm
now?
your patron, not them. I won't bow to the winter scum, that's for certain.
Alright, you, what do you have? Glass. Draperies. Hooray, we found all the drapes and all the beds. Now we need to find all the thrones.
Please, have a look. Perhaps I've secured something that you missed in your rush to save us all.
I really have not been rushing. Nudity affair. I'll read these for now. Walking in the Fade, a harrowing. I found myself on a plateau of swirling smoke and mist. I could not see my feet, or perhaps I had no feet in the first place. That place, each step was treacherous. I had to believe there was ground. If I didn't, there wouldn't be, and I would fall into nothingness. I was protected only by my will and my magic. The demons that made me face. These took the shape of a great cat. As we demons they made me face took the shape of a great cat. As we battled, it spoke in my mind. It told me that I would eventually stumble, and then it would pounce. The demon talked to me of the Templars beyond the veil, standing over my paralyzed body. Their swords pointed at my heart, waiting for the moment of my failure. All it would take was a splinter of fear, a seed of doubt, and I would be unmade. The demon would devour my mind, and the Templars would destroy what's left of me. That was my harrowing. They force this upon all mages and call it good. But it is neither good nor right. It is evil and unjust. From a partially destroyed journal bearing no name, found in Knockhold Cress. The corruption is taking hold now. What doesn't hurt is numb. Head's all foggy, but the scientist in me can't help but describe what this feels like. My body's breaking down. The fingernails were the first to go. I started to itch all over, and when I scratched, they peeled back. Clumps of hair fell away, then clumps of flesh. My heart a song in my head. It's deafening, the most beautiful thing I've heard, but I don't hear it with my ears, in my brain, a blissful sound. This must be the call for which the Darkspawn yearn. That what causes them to dig so feverishly. I'd still rather die. Suppose that's something. The found in the deep road, signed only Warden Pettis. Gold Garden. Where wither grows the simple scent of sprigs anew in furrowed soil, for on the vein are yours and mine, a bounty blessed by honest toil. Though brave in war and ways we are, and warden and wanders us in victory, it is on the vein where yours and mine are graced with health and history. In home and hearth, in battlefield, our sustenance is common held. If on the vine are yours and mine, and always there we are compelled, for turning home is not retreat, when home is why we fight it all. And on the vine is yours and mine, and entering and treating in our heart the call. So the boons you cannot buy, there are but two we are certain of. Not on the vine of yours or mine is first the cost of truest love, and that denied a purchase price, we turn our gaze to what's in hand. And of the vine are yours and mine, tomorrow from our land. From a garden's grace, a song of the field collected by Mehawa. My God. Several months after Clement's second died, rumors that she had been a man in disguise began circulating in Valroyal. The gossip was eventually traced back to one sister, Constance, who was present when the divine's body was cleansed and dressed for her funeral. Constance had a weakness for barley wine, and spoke of Clement's second's sensitivity matter to a local tavern keep after having imbibed large quantities of the beverage. Revered Mother Estelle put the rumors to rest by declaring that she had also aided the sister in dressing the late divine's body for her cremation, and knew for a fact that Clement II was a woman. She went on to say that Sister Constance was mistaken, and that she was in actuality a squirrel that had clambered in through an open window and come to rest between the divine's legs. Divine Rosamund. Now here's an interesting story. Rosamund was the youngest divine ever crowned. She was born to the noble Montbeliard family and groomed for the rank divine by her predecessors, Divine Hotess II. Record of Rosamund describe her as a radiant beauty, and she captured the hearts and imagination of the Orlesian public was immediately, not long after she was crowned divine, erotic art of and literature featuring her began to make an appearance in Nova Orleanian circles. The situation depicted in these works were entirely fictional. Divine Rosemont led a life that was beyond reproach, but it seemed that her purity only served to fan the flames of creativity in her followers. To them, reality was a meddlesome creature to be punted off the nearest cliff, and they showed no restraint in portraying the divine in the midst of activities both forbidden and often physically impossible. Several pages of a pamphlet containing a story about Rosamund still exist in the private collection of a certain gentlewoman who will remain unnamed. One page describes in painful detail Rosamund's perfumed sanctuary. The rest are dedicated to portraying the most holy at her daily exaltation before she is joined in worship by devoted Templars. I have to finish reading. Keep the fear. This was not the place of honor. Here came beasts from the north, carrying a poison called the blight. They killed many warriors, sickened the land, and even their blood could kill. We feared them, and it was right. We were strong, but still they came to feed upon our screams. These stones hold the screams of all the Umrai. Wherever the spawn of darkness have come from, these stones were raised so the beast might take their bounty of fear and despite. If they did not, every man would put his scream into the stone until none were left inside him. Then he would light the fire to burn the screams away, and take up sword and shield to fight until death came. When all men were dead, the woman did the same, whether it was the tradition of the tribe or not. Then the children, even if all they held were fire pit sticks. Remember our warning. Give the stone your scream and burn them so they cannot master you, and fight. Moves near the base of a screaming statue. A drop of blood-stained corner of this letter. Night Vigilant Trenet. Notes and letters from Thurnenfale. It is good to hear you escaped the conclave alive. Come to Thurnenfale, wrote out. Send a bird when you're half a day away. Night Captain Denham will meet. Come at night, ensure no one sees you. I will meet you in Denham's office. Things are happening in the order. Must discuss them privately before you return to your duties. Lord Seeker Lucius Cornea scrawled note. Whatever comes, follow the instructions in the shipment to the letter. The officer knows what they signed on for, but do not start all the knights on Red Liam at once. Use the amounts we've parted out. Give them medicine for the pain. They need to be ready to fight again soon enough. These are your people now, Lord Seeker. Be better master to them than the Chantry. If I hear differently, you'll answer to the one we both serve. S. The note is increased several times as if it were folded and jammed in a pocket. Be wary. Every Templar will be on the watch for what you are. A Lord Seeker is never seen without ceremonial armor. I had a replica made. It should serve your purpose in Thinfall. Remember, Seekers have no place in the new world our master is building. The life of Lucius Cornin ends with you. Pilgrims seek to visit the Temple of Sacred Ashes are allowed to ride as far as the bridge known as Penitence Crossing. Then, whether they be sick or healthy, young or aged, the pilgrims are expected to walk by the temple sisters who survey the bridge. All but the very sick and old are asked to shed heavy coats as they cross the bridge, allowing the cutting winds to strip prideful fixations this world upon this world from the flesh. The bridge is also significant military value, used especially for these purposes in the years since the Fifth Blight, as a choke point against bandits, rebels, or even darkspawn stragglers. The bridge serves as a defensible fortification to protect the Temple of Sacred Ashes from threats. And there we are. I travel back to Skyhold and check in on Vivian, because of course I didn't talk to her yet. I should also talk to Souls again.
Inquisitor. You walked physically through the Fade. Please tell me what you remember.
I had visions. Echoes of what happened to me the first time. The Divine was there. Or something like her.
Manifestations of your own mind, perhaps? Or external memories awakened by your presence? I suppose there's no way to tell. No one else has physically entered the Fade since the Magisters assaulted the Golden City. Oh, I'm positively envious right now.
I see. Well, I'm glad I didn't bring you then. Fine, I'll check in. What do you want, Varric?
I appreciate the warning, but you shouldn't have come yourself. What if the guild found out, or what's his name?
Are you worrying for me or for yourself?
A little of column A, a little of column B. I am the expendable one, after all.
Oh, don't worry, I'll protect you. We'll just have to... Well, this is a surprise. You're the Inquisitor, right? Bianca Davry, at your service.
Your name is Bianca?
It's a common name. Half the girls in the Merchants Guild are named Bianca. The other half are named Helga. I lucked out.
I take it you're a friend of Varric's.
Who isn't a friend of Varric's? You have met him before, right?
Well, it's a pleasure.
Why do you both look like cats that got into the cream?
She's taken a huge risk coming here herself. Maybe for both of us.
You're such a worrier. There's a giant hole in the sky. I think the Merchants Guild has bigger things to think about.
Bianca's got a lead on where Corypheus got his red lyrium.
The site of Bartran's Folly, the tag Varric found, has been leaked. There's a Deep Roads entrance crawling with strange humans carting out red lyrium by the handful.
how do we know they're not using multiple entrances to get to the Tig?
Navigating the deep roads isn't like the surface. There's no accurate maps of the whole system, and there are cave-ins, dark spawn, lava floods. If you find a route that gets where you're going, you don't deviate. Trying to find another way could be deadly.
Who could have given away the Tig's location?
There were a few people who knew. Hirelings from the expedition, a couple of close friends.
How they found out isn't important. What matters is we know where they are now.
You can get there from Orlais? It's a long way to the free marches.
The deep roads are all connected. Or they used to be. Collapses and such. Some of them on purpose.
They really are roads. They spanned the Dwarven Empire, went to every corner of the continent, maybe further. In theory, you can get to any Tig using the deep roads, but in practice, there's a reason nobody uses them anymore.
We need to deal with this. As long as he has this source, Corypheus is that much more powerful.
I couldn't agree more.
I'll keep an eye on their operation. If you're interested in shutting it down, you've got my help. Try not to leave me waiting too long, Varric. I've got my own work to do, you know.
Right. That's not going to be trouble at all. Let me know when you want to head to the entrance.
Today is Wednesday. Thursday might be a later stream. We'll see. Or maybe I'll do a double stream. I want to see what each one looks like, but I also am curious. It said I unlocked all the beds. There's one bed not unlocked. What is this?
Where'd you learn to hammer?
Oh, absolutely yes. We're about to have coats for days. I had to go from this to the Templar Mace, which looks very mean. Dwarven Maul. $200 damage. Nothing compared to what I currently got my team with. The Witch Staff. Pointed dual blades, huh? Alright, well, as said, I'm gonna. This is a short stream. I might do a bit more streaming tonight. But for now, thank you for tuning in. Hope you had a wonderful time. And remember to laugh at life, because it makes life a little easier. Goodbye. Suck it, nightmare creature.